Me llamo Lana, and this is my cultural presentation on plantains in Colombia. Let me first begin by explaining what a plantain is. A lot of people don't know the difference between a banana and a plantain, but they really are very different. Here is a nice normal banana you'd see on an everyday basis. And this right here is a plantain. They're very different in size, shape, and even color. People usually use the plantains while they're still green. They're used pretty much kind of like a potato. They're a bit firmer, harder to peel. People usually use a knife to peel them. And then what they do is they would cook them almost like they would a potato and use it as a side dish or even sometimes part of the main dish on a plate. So even though they're from the same family as bananas, they're very different. They're used much like the potato because of their higher content in starch, because they have very similar cooking properties. So is a banana a plantain, or is a plantain a banana? The word banana is used as a collective term which combines both plantains and other types of bananas. So the really cool thing about plantains is that they could be eaten at any stage of their ripeness. They have first the green stage, the yellow stage, and then the black, very ripe stage. When the plantains are in the green stage, they're usually cooked before they're eaten. Very, very rarely would they be eaten raw. That's why people usually consider the plantain a cooking banana or a cooking type banana. But when it's yellow, a lot of the starches turn into sugars, making it a sweeter, more edible treat. But still, in their yellow stage, they're usually cooked as well or baked because a lot of the sugars caramelize and it becomes sweeter after the cooking process. This is what a more yellowed plantain would look like. And the third and final stage of the plantain is when it's very black like this. It looks kind of nasty to us since we usually throw away our bananas when they get to this color, but this is actually the most optimal stage of the banana. This is when it is able to be eaten raw. So after you buy a plantain green and you leave it probably 2 to 3 weeks, it'll ripen up, it'll be this black color, then you can easily peel it and eat it. Yeah. So these are edible, even though they're black. Seems like they shrink at every stage. But yeah, these are the 3 stages of the plantain. Fun facts, or nutritional facts, either one. Did you know that plantains grow year-round? This makes them such an important staple food, especially in countries like Colombia. It becomes a reliable source of food. The average plantain has about 220 calories. Did you know that a plantain is actually the most common side dish in Colombia? What? So a traditional Colombian dish will be rice, beans, a piece of meat, a fried egg on top, a little biscuit, and always some fried plantains. Usually those are referred to as patacones. They're like a deep fried plantain. I forgot to say it has a salad too, a little bit of salad. It always has a little bit of salad. Not a big salad, it'll probably be like a piece of lettuce and like a tomato on top. Like a little salad. I know this is a weird comparison, but they're sort of like ice cream. Regular ice cream is churned so that it has a lot of like air in it almost, so it's not as dense. But then if you compare it to like a sherbet, those are tightly packed, so those have no air bubbles, so those are more dense. Same thing as like a regular banana and a plantain. Plantains are more dense packed, that's why they have more nutrients packed into them than a regular banana. Because it's more airy and fluffy. This one's packed. Plantains are an excellent source of potassium, vitamin C, carotenium, however that's pronounced, carotenium. It's the stuff that's in carrots that makes you orange if you eat too much carrots. B6 and lots of fiber. Woo, for fiber! Okay, let me talk about a popular Colombian dish made with plantains. These are the patacones that I mentioned earlier. They're cooked like a French fry. So what they do is they first take the plantain, they chop it up into about 8 pieces, because this is a pretty big thing, you know. Cut it, you throw them in some oil until they're like, you know, caramelized on the outside. Then what you do is you pull them out. You get this like smashing device. It's like 2 cutting boards together. You put it right there and then you smash it, and it like, if you don't have one of those, you could stick it in like a Ziploc bag and just, you know, use a little hammer, flatten it out. So then it's like then you stick it back in the deep fryer until it gets golden and crispy. And this is either used on the side of a dish, could be just like a crispy chip, or sometimes they put them and use them in the main dish and put stuff on top that like makes it like a burger. So it'll be like, instead of the buns, it'll be like fried plantains. So I think that looks very delicious. And one of the most main differences between a banana and a plantain is that plantains make more intimidating guns. Okay, I'll do that one day with a straight face. So I watched a video on this on YouTube, so I'm already a professional. I'm gonna attempt to cut open a plantain. Are you guys ready for this? So what you do is you cut down along the lines. Oh yeah, I'm better at this than I actually thought I'd be. I feel good. Hopefully I don't slice myself. Okay, I think that looks good enough. So then you like actually just rip it off. It looks a lot like a banana, a very funky banana, but it's not. Oh yeah. So this is a naked plantain in its green stage. I'm gonna actually try it, see if it actually does taste like a potato. So that there, my friends, is a plantain. Okay. I'm actually gonna try this black one, even though I'm a little scared. Okay. This one you can actually just peel by hand, you don't even need a knife. Wow, that actually looks pretty delicious. Smells like a banana. Okay. Not that bad. I have a volunteer to also try the green plantain. Taras, everybody welcome Taras Charme. Please
What do I do?
You take a big bite out of it.
How big?
Just take and tell me what it tastes like.
Oh, horrible! This is horrible. It's not even right. It's like a heart on the inside.
What kind of, does it taste like a specific vegetable?
It tastes like a banana. It tastes like a green banana.
Does it taste anything like a potato?
No.
Okay.
Which part do you want?
I don't want it. I don't want it. So a little bit about the country I like to call Colombia. So the Republic of Colombia, capital Bogota, has approximately 46 million people at the moment, more or less, más o menos. Very big on plantains in Colombia. 2 of my close friends have actually been to Colombia in the past month, and they tell me they had to eat a plantain at least once a day. True story. Christina Marchuk, please tell us. Wait, she's at school. I myself am going to Colombia in a few months, and I'm exceptionally excited. And now that I know a little bit about the culture, I'm even more excited to go. See you there. No, I won't. That's a lie. But Colombia is going to be awesome. And I'm glad I got to learn a little bit about the culture before my trip there. Thank you for watching. Until next year. Colombia, the land I call my home.